Thank you for tuning in to watch our Invest Raleigh Durham launch conference. You're about to watch panel number 2, Advancing the Ecosystem, how the Triangle is thinking outside the box to boost the business ecosystem and provide sustainable solutions. Enjoy.
Morning. What Sharing it is the group manager for the Middle Market Banking Team for America here in Raleigh. We are proud to be sponsored of today the best launch conference. This year, America is celebrating our 175th anniversary. We are proud to continue the tradition of meeting the needs of our local markets and investing in our communities. For those of you who are not familiar with America, we are headquartered in Dallas, Texas, with strong market presence in Michigan, Texas, and California. In 2021, we announced the expansion into the Southeast, and we now have several offices in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida, with plans to open in other states. Actually, we looked at our Southeast expansion, and we have chosen Raleigh, actually, out of all the ones that's been just announced to be like headquarters for that Southeast expansion. And I think Mayor Bolton talked a lot of reasons why we chose Raleigh. It's a great location, the demographics are good. Our CEO is actually a North Carolina native. And so our executive leadership team is based right here in Raleigh. We have our head of wealth for all of America, who actually was in Dallas, but is a Raleigh native who just recently moved back to Raleigh. So this is an important area for us. Our local offices have been staffed up with commercial banking, wealth, and trust officers in a very short period of time. We had to already configure our office space to fit more people in there. So these are all good signs for us of strength of the local market. I think our next panel is going to be talking about advancing the ecosystem in the Triangle. Obviously, this is a topic that we can relate to. We've had to build our own internal ecosystem, but also connect to the local ecosystem here, both local businesses, centers of influence, and not-for-profits. I'm really excited to hear what our next panel is going to be talking about. And with that, I'm going to introduce our moderator, who is Brian Denisar from the CEO of Bobbitt.
All right, appreciate you guys sticking around. I have nightmares of everyone pouring out into the first panel. Even if you're on your phone, it means last bit. And this happens. So I'll bring up our panel. It's been amazing getting to know them the last couple of days. So Nicole Sheedy, a city sales manager at Delta Airlines, just recently relocated here from Boston. Durham County Commissioner and Go Triangle Chairman, Brenda Harrison, welcome, thank you. And Keith Berman, managing partner of Mayor Nixon, also heavily engaged in the Durham market, meaning long time on the Durham City of Congress and be able to engage. So thank you all. So, well, I will tell you, we did practice, and you kind of got to get teed up for these things. This is the first time I've ever moderated a panel. I've been in your seat dozens of times, and I was thinking, I never remember the moderator. So I'm hopefully a little bit memorable, but if not, it's about the panel here. And I will say that walking in this morning was great because our discussion was really around a regional growth, working together as a team and getting through the lines between cities and counties, and not stopping at the lines. And that's what a lot I think you'll hear today. And I walked in the room, I saw Simon Johnson County and Apex and Garner and Elon and Alamance County. And so it's great to see, obviously we're here in Raleigh, but we will grow as a region, not as one. So I think that's the message that we're going to focus on as we get into it. So we'll jump right in. We wanted to define ecosystem, and I will not lie. I did a little chat GPT and say what came out of it just to define the ecosystem, and I was getting ready to prepare for today. But it's a network of interconnecting groups, whether it's public or private, that work together to create value and support economic growth. We must make regionally and collectively when we are speaking about our market, drawing a line in the state here between counties and cities, whether public or private, will not support economic growth for the region. Our ecosystem today consists of businesses that create jobs, education, infrastructure, and regulatory systems that we'll talk about today. We're looking to create even more dynamic environment for the region for businesses and individuals to drive, innovate, and contribute to the economic development of the entire region. So first question, would you like to give everyone an hour or two to answer this, but we're going to start with Keith. What has the region done well thus far to promote growth for our economy? And where should we focus for continued efforts to move forward?
Thank you. Thanks to Brian's done a fantastic job over the last couple of days getting the stamp organized. The more of these, a great job. So again, I'm Keith Burns. I think we've done well with economic development. And I'm going to credit this topic lightly because we got economic developers getting the road from Wayne County, Johnson County, Israel. So I'm, at risk of putting a foot on here. I want to take you back though to 2009, to a private room in the Coquette restaurant you could almost see in North Hills before you sit right down. And in that room were the economic developers for Wayne County and for Durham County, and a prospect that was in from out of state. Codename made up first names for all the people in the room who were part of that prospect. And sit with that a moment. Durham County and Wayne County were there together. I'm there because I'm currently the chair at the time of the Durham Chamber of Commerce. And seated immediately was the chair of the Raleigh Chamber. We're not there necessarily competing a lot, but our clear message to that prospect was, we want you in the tribe. You need to be in the tribe. Now, we all acknowledge that we can quibble about whether they need to be a Wayne County or but they need to be tribe. And that message has continued forward. Now, the Research Triangle Regional Partnership has an economic development advisory committee. It's the economic developers for all the region. They meet routinely. They talk about what it is that they need. And the Research Triangle Regional Partnership tries to get that with them there. Chris Johnson, who's senior writer here, has done a tremendous job of leading that expert on getting involved. But they are really focused on collaboration and joint effort. They will say, we're going to compete some, but we've done a really good job of that. I'd also mentioned really quickly, the airport is a great asset for us, and we as a region have done a good job of supporting that airport. We need to continue to support it. We need to continue to drive. On the places we might have improved a little bit, utilities, we need to think more regionally about utilities. Roads and transportation, I'm not going to talk more about that. Brothers better get and then another one that is really inside baseball, and thanks to my Tom for reminding me of this morning. We're two MSAs. We should be one. Because we're two, we miss out on screens. So if a company is coming and they're only looking at MSA size, they miss us because each of one of the MSAs is not big enough to capture their metrics. The two combined certainly would. Keep on this year. I'm sorry. Thank you. How pretty I was. Yeah, friend that's been a friend for a long time. She's great. Metropolitan Statistical Area, it is a screening tool that site selectors use for identifying locations that might be suitable for relocations. And typically they will larger than cities, not smaller. And because we are separate, one for Raleigh and one for Durham, we look like two small MSAs side by side instead of one large MSA, which is what we go without the
So great, Keith. So good morning, everybody. It is my pleasure and honor to be here with you. And I just want to say a little bit more about me and how I came to this. For those of you that don't know me, I'm an elected official, but I haven't always been an elected official. I grew up in Castle County, North Carolina, raising hogs, feeding chickens, and on a tobacco farm. And out of a desire, and I have a mother of 4 children, and out of the desire to continue my education, that's what landed me in Europe. There was no way for me as a mother to continue education in Danville, Virginia. There was the community college just wasn't getting me there. And I needed to be able to work and go to school. So I landed here in Durham, and I went to Shaw University in state government. I went to Shaw University at night, and if somebody asked me to do 18 credit hours, I'd work 40 hours a week again. I'd ask them, you've got to be out of your check. And that's what I did. And that led me to be able to do the things that I do today. Now, I've been an elected official now for 16 years. And before that, soil and water supervisor. So I started out as a soil and water supervisor because I wanted to know what it meant to being involved in as an elected official without being in front of the press. And being a soil and water supervisor, no better. So I kind of started there. And so transportation didn't start out, it's my main thing. With what I learned being an elected official and being someone that had to get children to school, get me to school, and driving. I can't tell you where I was driving then, but I knew we needed transportation. So in being in this arena for the last 16 years, I've learned an awful lot, and it has been my pleasure and my honor to do this work. Our region has become known as one of the best places to live. People are constantly moving here. We want them to move here. And and as a region is abundance. You know, we got the best colleges in the world, the best best universities. We got Duke, we got NC State, we got UNC, and I could go on and on about the universities. But one of the things that we forget so much is our tech universities, Durham Tech. All of actually provide so much. There was richness there. And for years, I kept wondering what's going on there over time. Community colleges are not acknowledged as much, but they are today. We keep on giving more to our universities, they keep demanding more, and we are having so much about talent come out of our universities. We need those talents to keep this area moving forward. We need those certifications. We need the degrees, but we also need those certifications because we have to keep retooling ourselves. Teaching growing.
All right, Nicole. Delta's headquarters in Atlanta, right here, Oak City, Durham. Tell us why. What's your focus? What does work for you? Where do you think where you think been heard?
Yeah. So Raleigh how about it? I need to shower. I think it was fun. So Raleigh is the focus city for Delta, and specifically for some of the points that were mentioned earlier by Pete at the writing that the pipeline of the but the pipeline of talent here is exceptional, as well as the business growth. There's 7,000 companies across a diverse set of industries, and that has been what has made Delta focus here, and I think also kind of contributing to the success of the region, but kind of really echoing what will be the present.
Awesome. By working together to accelerate innovation, let's talk about the public and private sectors in the triangle, collaborating to create a supportive ecosystem for startups, for businesses alike. What changes or adjustments they think we need within the triangle? Several follow-up questions here. Equal recommendations we have to offer, whether it be infrastructure or additional support.
That didn't do that.
I wasn't counting on feedback today. I've been in so in terms of accelerations, we've got great universities that have great technology. And I know that each of them is focused on technology transfer. And I think they just need to do more of that and continue that focus. Those good ideas will attract the venture capitalists and the other folks that we need to get that commercialized and to continue that. We've already got a really good ecosystem there. I think there's more that could be done. The other thing that I think we as a community need to recognize and increasingly is we are one of the ag tech clusters in the world. Certainly in the United States and across the world, and that's only getting better with the work that NC State's doing with their new plants and sciences initiative. So tech transfer will be made for that.
Any additional follow, Nicole or Brenda, new industries that you may see being focused on, or additional industries if I could talk to?
Yeah, clean energy is one of the things we have heard. I've got pumping up energy.
So we have the electric vehicle charging, the medical device manufacturing. We are getting we are getting so many science-based companies in the triangle that it's amazing. Even during COVID, we had, I can't even remember, over 20-some companies that came to the triangle. So this area is in such a demand. I'm just back from a conference in Tampa with over 3,000 commissioners and people that were there talking about the triangle, talking about wanting to bring more business to the triangle. And I'm just wondering where they're going. We have one of the problems that we have is housing. Housing is an issue in this region. So where you gonna live is major because we're not getting no more land. Land is not, it's a real value right now. So when we talk about all the companies that are coming here, we want them to come. Science corporations here. There's another company. So I mentioned ION, and ION is the EV charging station network throughout North America. So I'm excited about the companies that are coming here, the possibilities that it offers for citizens in this whole region. But we still have to be really cognizant about how do we manage that? How does the ecosystem manage all of that business that's coming here? It just can't just plop it down. We have got to have a structure that makes it feasible, make people really want to see the value. What's the value of living into that?
You know, you were talking about this a little yesterday, with some today, but where would you recommend as far as regulatory issues or infrastructure issues that might be holding things up on the housing side, the development side? What are the hurdles you have to overcome?
Like, Brenda and I are still going to be because I forget those. So, if entitlement is an issue that needs to be solved, and by entitlement, I mean the process of getting property rezoned, if it needs to be rezoned, getting development plans approved, and getting projects built. That has taken a long time, but the amount of time that it's taken has increased over recent years. It increased as an entitlement. It increases an entitlement cost, have a negative impact on our ability to bring new businesses because those new businesses need a place to operate. And if they don't know how long it's going to take them to be able to put a shovel on the ground and complete development, that's a real to them moving and bringing jobs here. Likewise, with all particularly little apartment buildings or new residential communities, single family, they need certainty around the time and the cost because if they don't have those things, they feel it all. And if the costs are too high, that gets passed along to the tenants that we're talking about apartments or to the owners we're talking about houses. And that's a drag on those opportunities for people who want housing. And likewise, if it takes too long, that means supply is not coming to the market quickly. And if we're constraining supply while demand is increasing, that means that we are increasing prices, which is another problem. So as the entitlement process expands and as cost related to that increases, that's a negative for everybody around, and that's gotten to be a problem increasingly so, and it's something that we need to address. And the problem with it is it's not a terribly sexy topic. It requires understanding some economics, and it's not something that a politician can offer a soundbite or two, or that the electorate is going to get excited about, but it's something that needs to be solved.
You're right. It's not a sexy conversation. It's not at all. You know, zoning and planning is probably one of the biggest struggles that counties and cities have to manage. And the zoning that was put in place years ago is no more effective today. It's a change. And I think in every county in this region is struggling with how they change those things so that it still provides a quality of life, that you still have the environment taken care of, that you still have a place for people to walk and have greenery. So it's a tough conversation. We're having it in Durham, and I'm sure we're having it in Wake. We're having it everywhere. But it's a conversation that people, the elected officials, staff, and the community has to get to the table and rub elbows, or however they do with elbows, to have this conversation, because it's not an easy one to have. And having businesses have to wait so long to get their projects done, it's tough. It's tough. I've heard so much from the folks in Durham that they get so upset if they can't get projects through. And it has to do with so many issues. And I don't have an answer for that. And it certainly is not 60 conversations.
I'll definitely add. It's something we need to figure out. On the construction side for us, clients every day you hear cost of construction through the roof. Well, look at all those things that have snowballed. The zoning costs, the labor costs, the inflation costs, the lack of labor. And then everyone wants to know why is construction so expensive. It's all tied together. So I think that's an important thing we need to drive home as when we talk about electing the right people and making sure that we are bringing on the right people. And like the mayor mentioned earlier, that are going to address these things. So yeah, we can talk about electing the right people. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to alone. Well, let's switch to transportation. Brenda, you're up here. As a board chair for Growth Triangle, how is public transportation evolving to support economic growth and sustainability goals? What role does transit infrastructure play in shaping the region's business ecosystem? What programs can you share with the audience for Growth Triangle?
So, according to the American Public Transportation Association, investment in transit nationwide can yield a little over 50,000 jobs per $1 billion investment, and offers a 4-to-1 economic return. So I believe that public transportation will play a critical role in the region and help maintain its high standing nationally as a top place to live and do business. We are projecting that many new residents will settle in currently less dense areas than in the housing. They need housing, so if they settle in these less dense areas, how will they get back to employment
one of the things that we have to focus on when we talk about transportation is equity. Not everybody that needs transportation works at Cisco. So not at grandma, just trying to get to the doctor. So transportation is vital. Go Triangle and its transit partners in Raleigh, Durham, Surrey, and Chapel Hill are working together in bus rapid transit orders. Increase on-demand Metro transit in areas that lack fixed bus route services. And we've increased our bus services all over in the United States, Wave and Europe. Existing transit services that serve peak commuters is also changing to reflect the needs of the workforce since COVID. Thus, we weren't charging for providing the bus during COVID. We're going back now to paying to ride the buses. Job creation, and also the next people who stop opportunities in and out communities. No matter where you live, to be able to get to one of the jobs in a basic tribal park. Right? And not have to get up at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to get to their job because you stuck in traffic. The business community, public transportation easily connects residents to local businesses throughout their community. Residents can easily get to stores, entertainment, venues. You heard Mayor talking about entertainment. You want to be stuck on the highway trying to get to the back. So public transportation is vital. One of the things that we are really excited about recently is the funding that we received for the Mobility Hub. The Mobility Hub in RTP, and what that will provide is will provide support faster and more frequent transit, improve bicycle and pedestrian access, foster private and development, promotes philanthropy presentation, including purchase of battery electric buses, and link buses, on-demand transit, air transit, park and ride, and with flyable bikeway. That's what we want to value. So transportation is important, and we have to be willing to do regional transit. And if you hear me say that a lot, because regional transit, we can't keep going to the line. We can't keep going to Durham going to the line, Wake going to the line. We can't keep going to the borders, and we've got to be willing to cross and work collaboratively. We're doing it a lot, but we've got to do more to be able to have regional transit.
Yeah, that's great. Nicole, let's talk a little more. I want to hear from the private sector. You're new here from Boston. Tell us a little bit about, from a private sector, new to the community. What's working? What do you see? I mean, a lot of us have a video. What's wrong than you have? Tell us a little about from your perspective.
Yeah, as a newcomer, I would say I come to Raleigh by way of New York, Missouri, Boston, so big cities. But what struck me about working here is the collaborative nature, and I'd say collaborative across industry and across businesses. We've had success, on the economic development side, and some of our partners in this forum and some others that have been mentioned. Bringing, kind of the Delta commitment of keeping Raleigh a globally connected community out on a collaborating in a proactive way. We're brought to the table kind of, I would say, often and early as opposed to more reactive or at a kind of need. And that has had a big impact when we go out and kind of pitch why the triangle, because we're bringing solutions along with the whole region, what the region has to offer. We're also able to say in that meeting, and we can address your transportation or logistic needs, how do you get your employees, your customers, your goods to and from the region. So I think that is something that even just feedback as we're pitching other regions are doing, and we're doing really well here. And I'll just echo some of the sentiments that have been said already. As an outsider, I kind of struggled with how to phrase this, but moving here, this was a tribal region to me. You know, there are unique differences between Raleigh, Durham, and Gary and all the cities, but the strength here is really the region as a whole. And I think we need to lean into that to help support the growth. And I think that's where they go get the best benefit, and it supports that great.
Thank you. All right, Keith, you've been here in Durham for many years, and again, you did a term yesterday. I'll share with the group in Charlotte. How do we combat increased government regulation? We talked a little bit about this, but the comment you made yesterday, how did we push back from NIMBYism? Not in my backyard. What impacts does that have on our region? Election release.
I got to know the solution first. And I mean, I think that is part that is human nature. I'm here, I've established the whole piece of the world, and I don't want anything to be around it. And I think that's just human nature, and I don't have any solutions that I would welcome them better thoughts or want to smart me on this further. If we can solve that, that'd be a good thing. You know, not all government regulation is bad. That in fact, some of it's quite good. I think the real issue here starts with what Mary had said a moment ago, which is you got to have the right political leaders in place. And by right political leaders, what I mean is people who are thoughtful and who want to really, really understand like all sides of the issue before making a decision. And so it becomes incumbent on us as voters to elect those people, and then it's incumbent on us as business people to really clearly lay out the things, the factors that we think are important. For example, we talked a little ago about the idea of the entitlement issue. We need to be clear about this delay as these out. And you know, there's plenty of other examples around that, but we've got to have elected leaders who understand, and business people who will recognize that elected leaders are people of good conscience who are installed there and want to understand it and make an effort to lay out the case for here's what regulation works and here's what doesn't. And frankly, a willingness to revisit the issue when you begin to see on it the consequences that need to be addressed.
Looking up right there. Yeah.
All right, come down to I think we've got about 10 minutes. Let's go through one more break to you guys. One thing you'd like to see the region accomplish, think big in the next 5 years to ensure sustainable growth. What impactful projects are you aware of on the horizon? You have a magic wand and way to create our region. So give us one big takeaway.
Yeah, Raleigh Airport Authority has a great plan, a Vision 2040 that expand the airport, and my big goal then developed wanting to see all of our partners built in this region. We have a number of them here, Mexico and airplanes, but I just want to keep this community as globally connected. Our business is global and provide that. So that's my goal for knowledge workers and expand our area.
Think regional reading and collectively coordinating our business community, private community, and our education. I think that we can think working more, we can get where we want to go.
So completely unrealistic that we're still the all-day just involving the regional utilities, water and sewer that is designed at a regional level to serve the region that it's set up to do to have it broken down by county and city. Probably never happened, but it's a great but
Thank you. Where can somebody stay on what I probably do?
All right, I'll wrap it up. I was really encouraged having a conversation with this panel the last couple of days. I'll tell you, get out there, be engaged in your community. Learn what's getting done, both in the private sector and public sector. You don't know what you don't know, but was amazing to hear a lot of the programs that Brenda educated me on yesterday on the public side that I'm just not aware of. You stay in your lane, and so support folks that are trying to raise us all up. Support the private sector that they can fund community need as well and help push through some of the agendas on the public side. So bring solutions out there to our issues. You hear some things we're going through today. I mean, it's going to take all of us to make some big changes in this region, but let's be positive. Continue to make sure our region thrives and all of our communities are thriving. So let's give a round of applause, please, John.